What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another Blacksburg Buzz. I'm your host, Kyle Bean. And with basketball wrapping up this week, I do just want to recap a couple of things that have happened. We already know that Kenny Brooks is headed to Kentucky, and a lot of players have entered the transfer portal on the men's side as well. So I'll just cover those real quick. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Hokies softball. The team is really good this year. They've been really good for several seasons. They're all the way up to 11th in the rankings right now. And this weekend, they have a 3-game series with Duke. They lost the first game 5-14 in Durham. Second game is going on right now, and then the third game will be tomorrow, March 30th. That's on Saturday. So really important series for them to get a win against the 5th ranked team in the country at Duke. So we'll have to see what comes up with that. And then we're also going to be talking with two players. I got to interview Cassie Grizzard and Cori McMillan of the softball team, and I'll have those interviews for you today as well. So first off, with the transfer portal, Virginia Tech has essentially cleared house on the men's side. There's almost nobody left on the team. We had a few players run out of eligibility, including Hunter Couture, Makai Long, and Robbie Barron. So those three guys we can't bring back no matter what. Then on the transfer portal side, we've seen Sean Padula, MJ Collins, Tyler Nickel, Malijal Poteet. All four of those guys have entered the portal, and also John Camden as well. So there's only 3 players not in the portal that have eligibility currently on this Virginia Tech roster. It's Patrick Wessler, who hasn't played very much. He redshirted, I believe, his freshman year. So he was a redshirt freshman this year. He played a couple of minutes here or there. We have Jaden Young, a freshman this year, who got some playing time as the season developed. We've definitely seen good stuff out of him, but he just hasn't played a lot. And we also have Brandon Rechsteiner, who played pretty well when Padula was hurt earlier in the year, but he just wasn't as polished off as we would have liked, and his minutes got cut once Padula was healthy, and we just didn't see much of him after that. So it's Brandon Rechsteiner, Jaden Young, and Patrick Wessler as the only 3 Hokies currently slated to return next season. Now, Padula, when he posted that he was going into the transfer portal, he did say that he's strongly considering coming back for his senior year, so we'll see what happens with that. But nonetheless, he's in the portal. So we have 7 minutes per game combined for the 3 players currently returning. They played 7 minutes per game as a trio this year. So it's going to look really, really fresh next year. We have 2 recruits coming in, Ryan Jones and Tyler Johnson. And other than that, it's going to be all the portal on the men's side. It has been a little bit concerning to see over the last couple days with everyone leaving. And also Lynn Kidd just signed with Miami. He was in the portal for 24 or 48 hours before he made that decision. Now, on the women's side, we know Liz Kitley's out of eligibility. We know Kayla King's out of eligibility, and we know Olivia Summiel is as well. We saw Samaya Suffren enter the portal soon after the Kenny Brooks announcement came out. And then just yesterday, we heard from Georgia Amore. She posted on Instagram a really heartfelt post showing a ton of appreciation for the Hokies and for Blacksburg and all the fans, and showing just how much she appreciated the support and the love from Hokie Nation. But she did say that she would not be coming back for next season. She didn't specify whether that means WNBA, Pro Ball internationally, or the transfer portal, and we haven't heard an update quite yet on that, but we do know that she won't be coming back to Tech next year. So let's go ahead and transition over to softball. Got an interview with Cassie Grizzard, one of the Hokies pitchers, and Cori McMillan, who has really put the bat on the ball this year. She's one of the best hitters on this Hokies team, transferred in from Radford this year. So let's go ahead and jump into those. Today we're here with pitcher Cassie Grizzard. And Cassie, how was it coming into a totally new team this year?
It's been great. The girls have been phenomenal. Some of the best people I've ever met. It was definitely nerve-wracking. I didn't know anyone really. I've played against a few people, but it's just been a great experience. I've learned a lot, and I think I've grown a lot as a person through all of that.
What do you think the most fun, best experience you've had here in Blacksburg has been?
Definitely game days. Our team loves to just have fun and just go support other teams, and the football games are unreal. I mean, you can't beat Inner Salmon, so that was definitely probably the best experience, the most fun I've had.
Have you felt a lot of pressure joining a team with such a stacked roster, and especially a really stacked pitching roster as well?
I haven't felt as much pressure as I thought I would. I think we've been very welcoming. We want what's best for each other, and just the continued support. You're just going to go out and play softball, and knowing that people are there for you and want what's best for you, it makes you just be able to play free. And I think because we're so good, it gives us options. So when you do go out there, we're just playing softball, and that's what's awesome about it.
So you guys play Louisville, your former team, coming up.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about going up against the girls you used to play with?
I'm very excited. I have nothing but love for the girls, so I'm excited to see them. But I know my team will have my back, and we'll go and play like any other game, and we'll get things done, business done. So I'm just excited to go there and kind of just show them what Virginia Tech's about and just how I've grown as a player.
Being on that pitching roster with someone like Emma Lemley to learn from and work with, how is that for you?
It's great. I've known Emma forever, so there was instant chemistry. I mean, we bounce off ideas off each other, and I think Molly and Lindsay Grind have also been a great support system, and we all have things we're really good at. I mean, I'm more of a drop ball pitcher, so I can talk with Molly with that because she's a great drop ball, and then Emma Lim's always helping me with my rise balls, so it's a good support because we want what's best for each other when we get out on the field.
So coming into the new team with Coach Pete Demore, how has he been able to mentor you and help you out and grow as the season goes on?
What I love about Pete is he just lets us go play softball. He's not micromanaging everything we do, which was definitely a change, and he kind of lets Josh take over in the bullpen, and at the end of the day, they want you to go out and play good softball, and they're going to prepare you for that moment. But when you're in the circle, there's nothing anyone can do, and I think they've just instilled a lot of confidence in me that I lost last year, and they support me 100%, and they've made sure they know that when they give me the ball, they're like, you can do this. And I think that's what's been so different from last year and been just unbelievably great.
And looking ahead to the season, are there any moments that you've got circled on the calendar that you're looking forward to?
Definitely Louisville, like we said before, and then I'm excited for the ACC tournament because I think we can make a huge run, and I think we're a little we're kind of the underdog. Not the underdog, but people don't think we're as good as we are, and I can't wait to just go out there and prove them that we are the best team in the ACC.
And then what's the goal for this year?
The goal as a team is definitely to make it to the World Series. I mean, we're very young, but we have great leadership, and we have a great athletic team, and I think truly that we can do it. Coach Pete doesn't say the little things. He says everything is a big thing, and I 1000% believe that. I think if we continue to play like we are, we will definitely make it to the World Series. And then as a pitching staff is just to keep us in ball games. I mean, our offense, we score a lot of runs. We hit a lot of home runs. And as a pitching staff, if we can keep us 1 run, 2 run, our offense will be able to handle anything.
All right. Well, thanks for taking a minute to chat with me, Cassie. Appreciate it, and good luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Today we're here with Cori McMillan, one of Virginia Tech's transfers this year. So what kind of compelled you to come to Virginia Tech?
The atmosphere when I played against them last year when I was at Radford definitely drew my attention. The competition level and just how serious they took everything and how professional they looked doing it definitely made me want to come here.
How was your transition into the team, coming into a totally new program with a new group surrounding you?
They were all very welcoming. I know it would I know it was probably hard for the returners to have 12 newcomers come in and then 3 transfers, but everyone was very welcoming and with open arms. They included me in everything, and it was very nice because I know some people have hard transitions, and I'm just very blessed to not have to have a tough time.
Just on a little bit more of a fun note, what's the most fun, interesting thing you've been able to do here in Blacksburg so far?
This team overall is the most fun part of it. Everyone's personalities, we all mesh so well. They make even like the times that aren't supposed to be as fun, they make it 20 times more fun. It's absolutely so enjoyable being on the team with all of them.
So you played for 2 years at Radford. You were all Big South. What's it like coming into such a talented program with such high hopes for the season?
It's really nice. Like I said the other day to somebody that it feels so good having such a deep lineup. Like everyone is so talented and we have so much depth that no matter like what obstacle we face, we have somebody that can get us out of it or somebody that's meant for the situation. And I think that's going to make us go really far because we have that unlike most teams.
So you hit 2 homers in that first game against Radford. What was it like to send 2 over the wall against your former team?
It, it was really nice. I definitely went into that game wanting to prove myself and prove that I belonged in this program. And I was just telling myself to take it one pitch at a time, put the ball into play, swing hard, and both of those definitely did that for me.
One of the biggest parts of your game is probably the offensive side, and that's another thing that Virginia Tech really excels with as well. Is there anything that you contribute your offensive power and just your hitting ability to?
I try to contribute in every way possible. I think everyone together does a really good job of producing the power and the stats that we all need to, and I'm just proud to be a part of any part that I can.
Is there anything specifically that you think allows you to have that power and that hitting capabilities?
The coaches' belief in every single one of their players, like being able to have a couple of rough games at the beginning and then them still give you the opportunity to come back and work out of it, and having other, however many batters we have, I think it's like 17, having 16 or so other people behind me that can like pick me up if I'm down, and having that much depth in our lineup.
And then in terms of just the season coming up, are there any moments specifically you're looking forward to that you kind of have circled on the calendar?
Well, I had both the Auburn and Georgia games on my mind a lot. I was ready to play some ranked opponents because I haven't had much experience doing that, especially as high as like number 3, like Georgia was. I think conference play in general I'm excited for because it's what really matters, and I'm really hoping to help my team at least to get another ACC title because I think we're very high up on the potential to get that this year.
So I had a great time chatting with the two of them. Sorry for the audio. It was a little bit noisy in the practice facility with some fans running, but I did the best I could. And let's talk about this softball team for a minute. They've been really, really good the last couple years with Emma Lemley and Rochard as just 2 of the most dominant pitchers in the nation. And this year, Lindsey Grine has also really taken a step up from her freshman year. The 2 have developed some new pitches that have really helped them out. And we've also diversified a little bit on the pitching lineup, brought in a couple of new players, and it's really helped Virginia Tech have some more variety in their pitching. We know that Grine and Lemley really excel in similar areas of pitching with that rise ball where they're both so good. But bringing in new pitchers and them developing new pitches, it's allowed Virginia Tech to play around a little bit more. And, they can switch from a rise ball to, a drop ball or some movement or something like that. So that has definitely helped the Hokies out. And then the bats. My goodness, the Hokies bats are ridiculous. They were last year. They were one of the top home run hitting teams in the nation, and they are again. You've already got 69 home runs this year before this second Duke game. They're only behind Oklahoma, who's, remind you, the best team in the country, and Miami of Ohio. So only 2 teams have hit more home runs, and the Hokies can just slug it. I mean, Cori McMillan is killing it this year as a transfer. They've got great pitching. We have some other fantastic new players as well. Emma Mazzarone and Michelle Chatfield, who's just been hitting the snot out of the ball as well, knocking quite a few over the fence. And then you've still retained some really talented players like Addie Green, Bree Peck, Emma Ritter. We already talked about Lemley and Grine and bringing in Grizzard and McMillan and these other new players. This is just a star-studded lineup. They're going to be really good. We could be looking at hosting another super regional. One of the best teams in the ACC right now, and one of the best teams in the country. I said it earlier, they're number 11 in the nation on the ESPN poll. They just bumped up from 12 in last week's poll when they split a 2-game series against number 14 Alabama. So I said it earlier, they're the 3rd team in the country in home runs. I believe they're 4th in the country in slugging percentage, 5th in the country in scoring. They're 8-0 at home, and man, dude, they're just killing it. They're a great team overall. We saw Cori McMillan and Michelle Chatfield. They each hit a home run in that second game against Alabama. And then Cori McMillan had 2 more in the first game against Duke. So this team can hit the ball like nobody's business, and they are winning games. 25, 6, and 1 tie this year because they put up a fantastic inning, but it got rained out and they didn't get to finish it because they were the away team. So all those runs got striped off the board. So that was their 1 tie. And let me tell you a little bit about this game they played last week. So Virginia Tech at home played against University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Program record on this mercy rule in 5 innings, 25-0. Insane day for the Hokies, putting up 25 runs. They had 4 in the first inning, 4 in the second inning, 6 in the third inning, and 11 in the fourth inning. They didn't even get to play bottom 5, and they scored 25 runs. Incredible day for Virginia Tech. Let me read off some of the hitting stats here. We'll go through all the players who had doubles. Emma Ritter, Cameron Fagan, Cori McMillan, Michelle Chatfield, and Annika Rose. And then let me talk about the home runs as well. Cameron Fagan, Bree Peck, Trinity Martin, and Michelle Chatfield had 3. Like, what? That is a ridiculous day at Tech Softball Park, and this team can just play ball. They are really fun to watch. So if you're in Blacksburg or you can catch a game on TV, I would definitely recommend it because they're really good, really talented, and really entertaining. They're gonna hit some over the wall. It's only a matter of time. And I haven't even mentioned Cameron Fagan yet either. Now, in her last 5 games, due to her performance, she earned the D1 Softball Player of the Week. Let me go through her 5-game stats against Alabama, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and a game with Longwood. 12 for 18 at the plate. That's a .667 batting average. 9 RBIs, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and scored 6 runs. The senior second baseman was incredible over the last 5. We'll have to see how she continues that because, wow, that is ridiculous. So we'll go ahead and we'll break down the softball team a little bit more in next episode. And hopefully I can get a chance to talk to some more players. And I'm looking forward to chatting with my friend Sam Mostow, who is a softball just knowledge base. This guy covered him last year and this season as a beat reporter, so he knows everything there is to know about Hokies softball. So I'm looking forward to bringing him on the show shortly, and we'll really dive into the softball team then. But until then, that's all I've got for you today on Hokies Sports. Just a quick update for some stuff and 2 interviews with some great softball players. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll be back next time.